Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. This video I will be sharing with you guys my review on the Pixi Skin Treat products. So if you guys are interested, do stick around. So I've had these products for I think almost 2 weeks now, and I've been using them quite frequently actually, not really daily, but frequent enough to come up with an actual full review at this point of the entire range and as far as the products that I have. And I do have a cleanser, I have an exfoliating peel pad, I have an exfoliating toner, I have a lip product and a serum. So I think I pretty much have have covered all product categories. So I'm going to begin with the first product, which I have been using the most, and it's not just recently because I've gotten my hands on this I think early this year, but I've known about this product for the longest time, and I'm sure a lot of you have, and maybe like me this was your first introduction to Pixi's skincare because of the raving and glowing recommendations of Miss Caroline Hyran's. It's the Pixi Glow Tonic, and this is how it looks. This has reached cult status because not only was it highly recommended by Caroline Hyran, it's also quite difficult to get your hands on for quite a bit because it was only available in London, and I think only till recently or last year it was only available in the US through Target, and even then it was very hard to get your hands on because it was always out of stock. And luckily I did grab one, and this Glow Tonic is basically an exfoliating toner, and just right off the bottle you can see that it's 5% glycolic. It has aloe vera and ginseng, so just those three, is going to be an effective thing. 5% glycolic is not very common. It might even be a bit in the higher concentration, but once you apply this, because of the aloe and the ginseng, it really has the perfect balance of being an exfoliating toner with with glycolic acid, but not being too harsh on the skin, and it doesn't make your skin feel very vulnerable or sensitive after using it. So I think this was definitely a sure 5 stars for me, and I think everybody would agree with the recommendation of Caroline Hyran's because this is truly an amazing toner for the price. The next product that I've been using the most frequently is the Glow Mud Cleanser, and this is how it looks. The reason why I purchased this was because it has almost the same kind of ingredient content. Main ingredients also has 5% glycolic acid and aloe vera. So I realized that this was a theme or a trend in terms of their skincare range. It has a lot of it has glycolic quite a bit, and it wasn't specifically just a range. Most of their products does have that kind of formulation, and I'm going to show you guys how it looks. It kind of reminds me of the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Cleanser in terms of the color, but this one is just a bit more, oh god, I got some on my nose. It's not actually liquidy. I don't know if I have something on my nose, but that's how it looks. It smells a little medical spa-like, and it doesn't really foam that much, but it's quite of a creamy cleanser consistency. Definitely when you use this though, you will feel the 5% glycolic acid, and I think because when you're applying this, your skin is wet, so it absorbs faster or reacts more to your skin. I'm not so sure, but you definitely do feel the 5% glycolic acid. So I don't really recommend, or I don't really pair this with like my Clarisonic or even a physical exfoliator after. This is basically it. So it's not something I would reach for on a daily basis, but you can probably use it a bit more than twice a week, unlike the exfoliate. The Glow Peel Pads, and this is how it looks. It's like the First Aid or the Nip and Fab pads. This has 60 pads, I believe. Yeah, 60 advanced exfoliating treatment. It has 2% glycolic acid and rose water, so I think that's an amazing combination as well. And I did really realize that they put down the glycolic acid percentage here. I'm not so sure why, although with this pad, you can really feel the tingling more. I'm actually going to show you guys. So this is how it looks. It is a textured pad, and I want to show you guys how the texture is. It's a bit, the grooves of the pad is a bit bigger than the one of the First Aid. The First Aid Beauty had a bit of a smaller texture. And so what I'm going to do is just wipe this thing off. And with this one, when I use this pad, I can really feel the glycolic acid. You do feel a tingling. And I think it was very consistent with the cleanser as well. And it has a very fresh fragrance to it, but yeah, it is quite strong, I would say. It's stronger than the Nip and Fab glycolic pads. It's definitely stronger than the First Aid Beauty, because I don't really know if that even has glycolic, but this definitely will exfoliate, and it just on my skin, I don't have very sensitive skin, but you do feel the tingling. And then the other product that I purchased was the Hydrating Milky Serum with rosehip oil and vitamin C. It comes in a 30 ml glass dropper, and this one, I was very impressed with the texture and the feel on my skin when I tried it on the counter. So it is a very milky. It will drip down the back of my hand, and that right there will go a long way. It kind of smells like rose water, and it's a bit more watery in consistency than my higher end or more luxury serums. Let's say the Dior One Essential or even the Shiseido serums. So you can see how it dripped in the back of my hand, but it still has a very good feel on the skin. You can see how good my skin looks now, and it absorbs pretty well. And vitalizing skin boost with rosehip oil and the vitamin C. So those are two amazing ingredients. And it has as well jojoba seed oil. It has sodium taurate, squalene. It absorbs pretty well. It gives you that tacky feeling you want after a serum, and it smells pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best serum I've tried, but I think for the price point, it's pretty decent. And last but not the least is the Nourishing Lip Polish with apricot and grapefruit oils. And this is how it looks. This one kind of exfoliates the lips, not because of the ingredients, but because of the dispenser, the way the product is dispensed. It has this applicator which has spikes on it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has very minute spikes. And so once you put it on your lip, it kind of will slough off dead skin or anything on top of the lip that is loose, like loose skin. And so it has those grooves, and it feels amazing when you apply it on the lip. I'm gonna show you guys the texture. So when you dispense it, you can see right there, I don't know if you can see, and so that's how it looks. It feels very substantial for the price point. It's quite of a thicker kind of consistency in terms of oils, I think. And this one, okay, this one is apricot oil, grapefruit oil, and shea butter. And it has a whole plethora of ingredients in the back as well, but those are the three main ingredients, and I think it's a pretty good nourishing lip polish for the price point again. And if you need to exfoliate, it's a very good way to mildly exfoliate your lips, especially if you're using a matte lip product or a matte liquid lipstick. So overall, I was actually very pleasantly surprised with all the products that I purchased in the range. I wouldn't really say I wouldn't really call any of them holy grail or my top 5, but they're definitely products I will use as long as I have them, and I'm not so sure if I will replenish them right off the bat, but they definitely will be products that I will continue using until I empty them. I think for value for money and the ingredients that it has, it definitely is very good for the price range that you purchase it at. And for those of you who are just beginning with skincare or are not really willing to purchase high-end or invest in higher end products because you're not yet sure what works for you or not, or you're not really sure yet how to use skincare or how to do skincare regimens, I think it's a very good starting point. And I think compared to products that you can find in Target or almost very similar price points, I would actually purchase this over those other things that you would find. So that is my review of the Pixi Skintreats skincare line. I hope you guys found this interesting and informative. I will put the links of the products down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day or a great evening.